Do you know that 60% of the people in this country depend on thrift stores for their major source of goods, aside from food? No, I made that up. But a lot of people do. There is a thrift shop economy, and if you look into it a little bit, you'll see that people are buying their all their like clothes and house goods and shoes and books, and they save, they save quite a bit of money just going to a thrift store. So there are many reasons to go to a thrift store, unless you're not really using it as a thrift store. Right. You're accumulating stuff, you don't use it, and it just goes to waste because you have so many of it, and you're not really, you just buy it because you see it and you think you may use it, or you'll fix it, or you just like it. But a thrift store isn't a thrift store when you're accumulating stuff, because sort of the implicit definition of thrift is that you need it and you use it and you get a good price for something that you're going to need. So the problem is with thrift shopping, it's sort of like a zombie kind of urge that we use our energy, and we're kind of out there, maybe a little stressed, or like there's something going on. We just go and shop at a thrift store because they don't call it the hoarder store. I mean, you don't go to the hoarder store, and you don't go to the Goodwill hoarder store or the Salvation hoarder store. So you got to remember, it's not always as thrifty as it appears. So you can make the thrift shift. The thrift shift is just when you do something better than thrift shopping, or you make thrift shopping better. So the one thing to make thrift shopping better is to take your laptop or your device and sit in your car and look for a job, or look for a volunteer job, or do some research, then run into the thrift store, and then come back and then do something productive, do something that's really a good use of your time. And then you can play some games with yourself when you go into the thrift store. You can do the pelvic muscle strengthening exercises, where you go in and you actually, see if you can't spend up to 3 minutes from time to time while you're looking at stuff like strengthening your pelvic muscles. Like, come on, what's more important? Strong pelvic muscles or shopping at the thrift store? I mean, sometimes you just lose sight of priorities going to the thrift store. I mean, like, let's say you want to meet somebody at the thrift store. You can always do something like, if they left their basket someplace, you can take it, and then they'll see you with their basket, and then you can meet somebody. I mean, it might take a little time for them to warm up to you, but there's a possibility that you can, just thinking about what you can do at the thrift store that you don't usually do. I like to go and copy down recipes out of books, so not buy the book. I mean, I know it's really tacky, but I mean, sometimes you just have to improvise. So anyway, the thrift shift was like making better use of your time. Come on, really being thrifty instead of being a hoarder. Come on, you got to know the difference, what you're doing there. Because they won't tell you. They just play that great shopping music, tell you that everything's 50% off, have that color of the week where you're like madly going through all the colors to get the extra deal. So anyway, you got to realize that they can turn you into a zombie, those thrift stores. So you got to make the thrift shift, have focused, direct, goal-oriented thrift shopping. Oh yeah, right. It wouldn't be any fun.